أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Picking up with the legendary series of the Prophets Alayhimu'Ssalaam, we have arrived on page number 332. This is your humble and respected orator, Muhammad Israel, and we are now on the story of Yushua, Jesus, Isa, is how the Quran refers to him. We have completed everyone thus far mentioned in this series, starting with Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. Now we're picking up, and please do check out our legendary military series of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. Of course, much of it will be revisited during this series here. From page number 332, the story of Jesus Isa, peace and blessings be upon him, section 1. The story of Mary, the daughter of Imran. In many ayats of the glorious Quran, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu denied the claim of those who call themselves Christians that he had a son, that Allah had a son. A delegation from Najran came to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. They began to talk about their claim, meaning the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They claim about the Trinity, which is that Allah is three in one, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, with some disagreement among their sects. That is why Allah Jalla Jalaluhu affirmed in many ayats of the Quran that Jesus is a slave of Allah whom he molded in the womb of his mother like any other of his creatures, and that he created him without a father as he created Adam without a father or a mother. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu says Allah himself chose Adam, Noah, and the family of Abraham, and the family of Imran above the mankind and jinn of their times, offspring one of the other, and Allah is the all-hearing, all-knower. Remember when the wife of Imran said, "O my Lord, I have vowed to you what the child that is in my womb to be dedicated for your service, free from all worldly work, to serve your place of worship, so accept this from me. Verily you are the all-hearer, all-knower." Then when she delivered a child, Mary, she said, "O my Lord, I have delivered a female child, and Allah knew better what she delivered, and the male is not like the female, and I have named her Mary, and I seek refuge with you, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, for her and for her offspring from Satan, the outcast, accursed one." So her Lord Allah Jalla Jalaluhu accepted her with goodly acceptance. He made her grow in a good manner and put her under the care of Zachariah. Every time he entered her a prayer, every time he entered upon her, he found her supplied with sustenance. He said, "O Mary, from where have you got this?" She said, "From Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Verily Allah provides sustenance to whom he wills without limits." Allah Jalla Jalaluhu declared that he had elected Adam, peace and blessings be upon him, and the elite of his offspring who obey Allah. Then he specified the family of Abraham, which includes the sons of Ishmael. Peace and blessings be upon him, and the family of Imran, and the father of Mary. Muhammad ibn Ishaq stated that he was Imran ibn Bashim ibn Amun ibn Misha' ibn Hoskia, ibn Ahriq, ibn Mutham, ibn Azazia, ibn Amisa, ibn Yamish, ibn Ahrihu, ibn Yazim, ibn Yahfashat, ibn Isha, ibn Iyam, ibn Rahba'am, ibn Dawood. Prophet Zachariah, peace and blessings be upon him, his wife's sister had a daughter named Hannah. She was married to Imran, a leader of the Israelites. For many years, the couple remained childless. Whenever Hannah saw another woman with a child, her longing for a baby increased. Although years had passed, she never lost hope. She believed that one day Allah Jalla Jalaluhu would bless her with a child, one whom she would shower all her motherly love. She turned to the Lord of the heavens and the earth and pleaded with him for a child. She would offer the child in the service of Allah's house. In the Temple of Jerusalem, Allah granted her request when she learned she was pregnant. She was the happiest woman alive and thanked Allah Jalla Jalaluhu for his gift. Her overjoyed husband Imran also thanked Allah Jalla Jalaluhu for his mercy. However, while she was pregnant, her husband passed away. Hannah wept bitterly. Alas, Imran did not live, to see their child for whom they had so longed. She gave birth to a girl and again turned to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu in prayer. O my Lord, I have delivered a female child. As we mentioned before, this is Surah number 3, Ayah number 36. And the male is not like the female, and I have named her Mary. And I seek refuge with you, Allah, for her and her offspring from Satan, the outcast one. Hannah had a big problem in reference to her promise to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, for females were not accepted into the temple, and she was very worried. Her sister's husband Zakaria confronted her, or comforted her, saying that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu knew best what she had delivered and appreciated fully what she had offered in his service. She wrapped the baby in a shawl and handed it over to the temple elders. As the baby was a girl, the question of her guardianship posed a problem for the elders. This was a child of their late and beloved leader, and everyone was eager to take care of her. Zakaria alayhi said to the elders, I am the husband of her maternal aunt and her nearest relation in the temple. Therefore, I will be more mindful of her than all of you. As it was their custom to draw lots to solve disagreements, they followed this course. Each one was given a reed to throw into the river, or a straw, whatever one works best. They had agreed that uh, whoever's straw comes out remains afloat would be granted guardianship of the girl. All the reeds sank to the bottom except Zacharias. With this sign, they all surrendered to the will of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and made him the guardian over Mary. To ensure that no one had access to Mary, Zachariah built a separate room for her in the temple. As she grew up, she spent her time in devotion to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Zachariah visited her daily to see to her needs, and so it continued for many years. One day he was surprised to find fresh fruit, which was out of season, in her room. As he was the only person who could enter her room, he asked her how the food got there. She replied that these provisions were from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, as He gives to whom He wills. Zakaria understood by this that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu had raised Mary's status above women of all the world. Thereafter, Zakaria spent more time with her, teaching and guiding her. Mary grew to be a devoted one of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, glorifying Him day and night. Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The best of the world's women is Mary. In her sanctuary, in her lifetime, and the best of the world's woman is Khadija in her lifetime." So in her lifetime, she was the best woman. Mary was the best woman in her lifetime. Khadija bint Khuwaylid, Ummahatul Mu'minin, was the best in her lifetime. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari also narrated, radiallahu anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Many among men attained perfection, but among women none attained perfection except Mary, the daughter of Imran, and Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh, And the superiority of Aisha to other women is like the superiority of studied an Arabic dish to other meals. So, metaphorically speaking, there. Section 2, the birth of Jesus. While Mary was praying in the temple, an angel in the form of a man appeared before her. Filled with terror, she tried to flee, praying, "Verily, I seek refuge with the most beneficial, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, from you if you do fear him." The angel said, Excuse me, I am only a messenger from your Lord to announce to you the gift of a righteous son. She said, "How can I have a son when no man has touched me, nor am I unchaste?" He said, "So it will be." Your Lord said, "That is easy for me, and we wish to appoint him as a sign to mankind and a mercy from us, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and it is a matter already decreed by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu." The angel's visit caused Mary great anxiety, which increased as the months went by. How could she face giving birth to a child without having a husband? Later, she felt like kicking inside her. With a heavy heart, she left the temple and went to Nazareth, the city in which she had been born, where she had settled in a simple farmhouse to avoid the public. But fear and anxiety did not leave her. She was from a noble and pious family. Her father had not been an evil man, nor was her mother an impure woman. How could she prevent tongues from waging about her honor? After some months, okay, so we have two references, Sahih al-Bukhari, well, we had that. Surah number 19, ayahs number 18 through 21. And after some months, she could not bear the mental strain any longer. Burdened with a heavy womb, she left Nazareth, not in the direction, not knowing where to go, to be away from this depressing atmosphere. She had not gone far when she was overtaken by the pains of childbirth. She sat down against a dry palm tree, and here she gave birth to a son. Looking at her beautiful baby, she was hurt that she had brought him into the world without a father. She exclaimed, "I wish I had died before this happened and I had vanished into nothingness." Suddenly, she heard a voice nearby. "Grieve not, your Lord had placed a revelant below, and shake the trunk of this tree from which ripe dates will fall. So eat and drink and regain the strength you have lost, and be of good cheer, for what you see is the power of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, who made the dry palm tree regain life in order to provide food for you." For a while, she was comforted by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu's miracle, for it was a sure sign of her innocence and purity. She decided to return to the city, however, her fears also returned. What was she going to tell the people? As if sharing his mother's worry, the baby began to speak. "If you meet any person, say, I have vowed to fast for the beneficent and may not speak to any human today." With this miracle, Mary felt at ease. As she had expected, her arrival in the city with a newborn baby in her arms aroused the curiosity of people. They scolded her, "This is a terrible sin that you have committed." She put her finger in she put her finger to her lips and pointed to the child. They asked, "How can we speak to a newborn baby?" To their total amazement, the child began to speak clearly. "I am Allah's servant. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu has given me the book and made me a prophet, and He has blessed me wherever I may be, and has enjoined on me prayers and almsgiving as long as I live. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu has made me dutiful towards she who has borne me. He Jalla Jalaluhu has not made me arrogant nor unblessed. Peace unto me the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I shall be raised alive." Most of the people realized that the baby was unique, for if Allah Jalla Jalaluhu wills something, He merely says be and it happens. Of course, there were some who regarded the baby's speech as a strange trick, but at least Mary could now stay in Nazareth without being harassed. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu revealed and mentioned in the book of the Quran, O Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the story of Mary when she withdrew in seclusion from her family to a place facing east. She placed a screen to screen herself from them, but then we sent to her our Ruh, meaning Gabriel alayhi salatu wasalam, and he appeared before her in the form of a man in all respects. She said, verily I seek refuge with the most beneficent Allah Jalla Jalaluhu from you if you do not fear Allah, or if you do fear Allah, subhanallah. The angel said, I am only a messenger from your Lord to announce to you the gift of a righteous son. She said, how can I have a son when no man has touched me, nor am I unchaste? He said, so it will be. Your Lord said, that is easy for me, and we wish to appoint him as a sign to mankind and a mercy from us, and it is a matter already decreed by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. So she conceived him, and she withdrew with him to a far place, meaning Bethlehem Valley, about 4 to 6 miles from Jerusalem. Thank you. And the pains of childhood drove her to the trunk of a palm tree. She said, would that I had died before this, and I had been forgotten and out of sight. Inshallah, we will swap this one here at page number 340. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik wa tabarak asmu rabbik. وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.